Hi everybody, it's Galactic Man Larry here again with another Star Wars The Black Series figure review, and today we have in front of us from Star Wars Gaming Grades, from Star Wars Battlefront 2, the Umbra Operative ARC Trooper. And yeah, I've had this guy for a while now, for a couple of weeks at least. It's been there waiting his time, and the time has come. Here we have the great artwork. I like this new. It's already like 2 years old style of packaging for the Black Series. Here we have the little bio which says the Umbra Operative ARC Trooper is part of the Infiltrator Reinforcement Unit for the Galactic Republic in the action-packed multiplayer game across all three eras: Star Wars, Battlefront 2. Anyway, you can read it yourself, of course. You have this like aqua for this gaming grades line, and the figure itself, and not more. You can see he comes with only two guns, which is a bit of a shame, but these two are for me the most essential an ARC Trooper should come with, at least for me. And there you have the Umbra Operative ARC Trooper out of the packaging, and he's looking great. I must say that from the get-go. He comes with these two little guns, two of the same, and I think by now you know them. Many clone commander comes with this one, at least Rex, and I think Bly, and I don't know who else, but we know these guns by now, and the ARC Trooper Echo and all of that. I haven't opened my Echo. I had him there for like a year and I never opened him. And now so this is the first time I'm reviewing this precise mold, and I'm glad to have one figure of that mold open right now. I don't know if I will ever open that Echo, because I would like to have a second one. As you guess, I kind of like having him in the packaging, and it's also like, as I see the price rise, is like you get that thing like, I need a second one to have loose and to keep one in card. It's a bit of a pain, but yeah. Anyway, you see the guns go in there. This one fits snug. This one is I think it doesn't fall by itself, but it's a bit loose. The Kama is flexible plastic, the same as in the vintage collection. It has also these two stripes that, of course, make the thing a bit like you cannot bend it quite to the side, so he's limited in his leg opening, split thing. The antenna here, the range finder, if I'm right, I hope I am, moves, and it's painted in a gunmetal gray. You can almost, you can surely see that there's like this white glue residue. It's very nice that they kept it like that, like super glue. They glued this backpack. It's cool to have the backpack. It's not cool that this dirty white thing here. So luckily I was able to remove most of that thing. I'll do that with more calmly later, because you can't remove the backpack, so it's hard to get in that spaces there. But nothing a wet cloth can't remove, luckily. You can see let's be honest, this, in my opinion, is a super I don't want to say money grab, but it's easy money for Hasbro, because it's a mold they already have. They just cast the whole thing in black plastic, which I guess is not the hardest to get. Black plastic is you need it for almost every figure, or for every figure. It's a must-have for every toy producer. I don't know, I don't have the words, but I think, black plastic, white plastic, I think these are the must-haves, of plastics, and so it's all black with yellow paint, or this kind of almost mustardy, or this like intense yellow, but the result is really cool. It's a very easy repaint, and it's still a really striking figure, black with that yellow, and it looks like kind of like a skull there, and this is like I don't know, like some kind of eagle, kind of, it reminds me of Shield from Marvel. or that kind of thing, you know, like a eagle kind of logo, even if maybe it's not, but it looks like wings, you know. All the detail there, I mean, it makes this, yeah, it was, I guess, an easy choice to make, because you just need one color of plastic and one color of paint, and the gunmetal, maybe because of this piece is not black, it's gunmetal. Also here in the backpack you see some little details in gunmetal gray. The guns are cast in gunmetal gray. We have the same kind of hand like with Rex and I don't know who else, that that finger is not yeah, you have to cut it yourself if you want to have the trigger finger. Yeah, maybe I'll do it right now, I don't know. Let's see. In any case, you can see I cut through. You can see he's now holding the gun properly. I think I will have to do the same for Rex and every other figure that comes with this, with two guns and only one trigger finger hand. The figure is very good looking. I mean, it's a striking color. I didn't put it into hot water yet. I will have to do it later for some parts that are a bit frozen. Anyway, the head, as you can see, it's with this cool helmet. This one doesn't have a painted head. It has, of course, I guess a kind of a Tamura Morrison kind of a clone head, you know, down below, but it's all cast in black. But you can paint it if you have the ability, of course. You would have to unglue the helmet because it's glued. You can see he has this kind of movement to the side, like yeah, and he can look down that far, not much, but it's a bit. He can look up like 0 because of all the, you know, the shoulder pads, and I mean, the whole neck space, it's the length of the neck, it's all compromised with stuff. He can, of course, turn to the sides. You can actually turn all the way around. Nothing broke, I hope. The arms can lift. Well, they can go all the way around if you go around the shoulders. Of course, this is flexible, but it's not that flexible that you can, well, you can bend it, you know. But anyway, I don't think you'll be playing like that. He has a butterfly joint. You can see the arm can move that far forward, can move that far backward. It's not much, but it's there, and it's surely useful for some adjustments. I mean, I think it's not a huge amount of range, but it will help for some posing. Because the shoulder pads are there, the you know, the ARC Trooper armor, because he also has the shoulder pads here, but these ones from the extra armor, that impedes like maneuvering, or at least to me it impedes sight. So I don't know if these ones are flexible enough. Maybe they are. Again, I'll have to put it into hot water, because I can see there that there's not enough clearance. I mean, you would have to flex things a bit. Maybe it's possible, but yeah, I can see like these pads clash against there's like 2 millimeters of plastic that it would have to bend on top, but it cannot go inwards like the Rex and Bly mold, and I don't know who else, Hawk, and the Jet Trooper, I think, from the 501st Jet Trooper also came in grades. I have to get that one. See, the elbows are this new style with single jointed. It can go a bit over 90 degrees, but this pad here, the elbow pad, is glued into position, and it has this stripe here that it's yeah, it's floating there, but the thing is glued, and so you can squeeze it a bit, but I wouldn't be squeezing it too much, because you could cut it, bites in there, you know, if you push too much. He has in the glove like kind of the Mandalorian equipment. I didn't know, like the, you know, the whistling birds or whatever they're called. I didn't know that ARC Troopers had that kind of weaponry as well. You can see the hand can go in and out. This one, we cut the trigger finger. That was not from factory, that was our own doing, as you saw a couple of minutes ago. This little pad on the hand is an extra piece glued there, and this arm is the very same, just this hand can go upwards and downwards a little bit because of the armor and padding on the hand. inner padding or the hand armor, you know, this little plate there. It can go all the way around. The trigger finger there was already sculpted. You can see he can wiggle a bit to the sides. That's good. He can turn all the way around. He can go forward, bend forward that far. It's not much, but it's there. He can bend backwards that far. I mean, it's, I would say, good for an armored character. The legs, that will be the tragedy, I guess, that he won't be able to move much because of this skirt piece. You would have to modify stuff here if you want. Actually, the kama and the belt is a separate piece from the kama, so maybe that's good. He can kick forward only that far, or at least that's as far as I want to go myself. He can kick backwards a little bit, and the knee is single jointed and can bend backwards a bit over 90 degrees. Again, the knee has also this kind of thing, like a glued piece. You can see there like a peg of plastic going into the padded suit, whatever. And again, this band here, I mean, it's good that it's there, but it's a bit flexible. Some paint just chipped away. But you can also see if you bend it, if you squeeze it, you will bite into that band and maybe you will end up cutting it, you know. The feet can go up that far. Also backwards. Is good that they finally find, I mean, look at what they did. So he has a bit of the way the foot is made here. You can actually go a bit backwards, other than the previous. Here we have Rex, you know, like the clone legs that have no movement backward, you know, they have no range. No, the sculpt is, yeah, it impedes any kind of movement. So that's the figure, I guess. I mean, I hope we went through everything, that I left nothing out, you know. But it's I like the figure. I mean, the aesthetics, the look of the figure is great. Articulation it's good, but it's limited because of the way these pieces are made. And if it would be something more, actually it can move really easily, I don't know. Also the way the crotch piece is made, I don't know if it's the typical clone trooper crotch or if it's a new one or whatever, but yeah, I think it's the same as Rex as I'm looking right now. It doesn't allow for a lot of leg lifting, you know. Well, it's not totally kneeling, this knee is not on the ground, but it's kind of some sort of kneeling, running pose. So he can surely strike some poses, and you can maybe modify some stuff here to allow for more range or whatever. Still, the crotch piece itself and the hips themselves, even without taking account the kama and the belts and all of that, I think they're quite or a bit restrictive, and I don't know, I have to check that a bit more. Actually, if you're watching the video so far, please leave a like and subscribe to the channel. That helps me a lot, and I thank you in advance. Now for some size and just character comparisons. There you have the Umbra Operative ARC Trooper next to George Lucas and the Mandalorian Death Watch soldier or whatever. It's George Lucas, believe me. You can see the beard there. It's George Lucas, I told you. Next to a Cobra Trooper and the Ali Viper from the G.I. Joe classified line. And the Joes are a bit taller, but I think that's nothing new. Next to Fennec Shand and Hunter from, also from the Black Series. And let's just bring in Clone Commander Rex for some a bit like more of a close to Clone Trooper comparison. You can see Rex has his holsters, and the soft goods kama, and that helps a lot for movement. Maybe if the kama would be soft goods, maybe that would help a lot. I don't know. I really like, you know, when they make soft goods, it's like a nice mixture of materials and all of that. I think a lot of people like soft goods. I don't know. The figure looks great. You decide, of course, if you want to get it or not. I can only recommend it. It's for me, it's the first review of that mold, and I am enjoying it, and I'm looking forward to fiddle a bit more with it. So please leave a like and subscribe to the channel. Please take care, and I will see you in the next one. Ciao, ciao, ciao.